So we get to see so many of these things in our careers, and that was, honest to God, I think the best vocals we've ever had at any live and up close ever. And if I may, and I don't bullshit, so I'm going to say this, and I'm not bullshitting. I reckon it was 7 or 8 years ago, I did a similar thing with this guy called Sam Smith. And back then, no one knew who he was, right? So we did this interview, and then afterwards, he sang some songs for us, and all of us were like, and I had this feeling where I was like, he is like going to absolutely explode. And I just had exactly the same feeling. There is no doubt that voice is meant to be heard by like the entire world, right?
Thank you so much. That's such
absolutely magical. Thank you. Amazing. And I understand you have an addition to your body since you arrived here in Australia.
What do you mean by that?
A tattoo.
Oh, that's right. Actually, I totally forgot that happened today. Actually, like an hour ago.
Where you don't have to show it if it's private, but where is it?
No, it's actually right here. It's right here, and it's a smiley face. And the reason for that is my mom used to always draw a smiley face, like before I go to school or like anywhere I go, and she's like, "Have a good day," and like it just keeps me positive and makes me have a smile on my face.
That's awesome. Did it hurt like a mofo?
Oh my God, it hurt so bad. It hurt like I have this one too. I got this a couple months ago, and it hurt worse than this one. And this one was a lot bigger.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Magic.
Yeah, this
You're
one
such a badass, AJ.
Thank you. I like to think that.
Would you like some fan questions now?
Sure.
Rosanna. I have a song for her and everything because I'm a Toto fan.
I love it.
All right, go for it, darling.
Hi, AJ. I'm Rosanna, as you can see. A question I'd like to ask you is, what is your favourite city in the world and why?
Oh, my favorite city in the world. I'd have to say LA, honestly. Also, it's like my home now. I'm originally from Illinois, a really small town. And
pretty different to LA, I would imagine.
Very different. There's like nothing to do in my hometown to like go explore abandoned buildings. So that kind of like tells you what to do there. So LA, there's like so much to do, and I live like right by the beach, so it's like the most relaxing place in the world for me.
Does that mean that if you grow up somewhere where there's not heaps to do and not a lot of trouble to get into, does that mean that you're in your bedroom a lot singing? Is that how you got so good at this?
There's definitely days where I was at home a lot, but I was an adventurous kid. Like me and my friends, we hop on our bikes and like ride around town and go exploring.
So
but
cool.
when I had that time, then yeah, I was at home always on the piano and writing songs.
Amazing. Next up, Shari.
Hello. How did signing up with Epic Records come about?
Yeah, so when I was, so I first moved out to Los Angeles when I was 15 years old. And I met with my manager. I moved in with him for about a year and a half, and through that period, we were releasing songs independently, and that's when record labels started reaching out. We literally met with almost every single record label, and once we met with Epic Records, my A&R over there, Joey Arbagy, he played us his song called "I Don't Want You Back," and which you guys heard. And after that, I was like, oh my God, that's the song that I feel like I would have wrote. And I think like out of all the A&Rs, he really just understood who I was as an artist and as a person, and everyone at Epic Records, it just felt like a family.
Do you remember actually like signing the contract? Was that like in slow motion that happening?
It was, I mean, honestly, it happened through like an 8-month period, so I was like, just let me sign this thing.
I'm in, I'll pay you.
I was like, come on, just let me do it.
So cool, so wonderful. Next up, darling.
Hello.
Hello.
So my question is, if you could create your own boy band with you and 4 other people, who would you choose?
Oh.
Can they be dead? As in, like, could he put Prince in his boy band?
I think I know this.
You choose whoever.
Me, Harry Styles, Bruno Mars,
2 more.
and Lil Wayne.
Lil Wayne in the boy band! Well, everybody, I think everyone's getting pregnant over that boy band, just quietly. All right, and Stefan.
What inspired you to write Slow Dance, and how did Ava Max come into featuring it? What was the basic process of it coming together?
Yeah, so I originally cut the record, and we were kind of thinking like who we wanted to be featured on it, because it just felt like such an intimate song, and we thought like a powerful vocalist would sound amazing on it. And so we were going through the list.
They called me, and I was like,
So
AJ, I'm very busy. And I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, and she was like, I don't want to do it.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
too
just
good.
going to wash my hair.
Yeah.
He didn't call me, just in case you thought I was we don't know, we just met.
So then we sent it to Ava and her team, and she actually sent back a demo like 6 hours later.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was super quick. And when I heard it, I was like, oh my God, like I knew she could sing, but like not like that. Like she went off, and it just fit perfectly.
So cool, isn't it? That's my favorite song. Every time I play it on our show, I'm like,
It's so catchy,
full
yeah.
getting into it. It's so catchy. And what is next? What is the next kind of thing that we're going to hear from you? Because you need to real show off those vocals.
So I think the next thing that you guys will hear about is my album.
Yo,
Album coming out at the top of 2020. It's going to be called Skyview. And basically, Skyview is a drive-in movie theater in my hometown. And
cool.
so when I think of my hometown, I think of Skyview. It's something that I went to as a kid. It's something my parents went to, and my grandparents went to. It's actually like the 70th year anniversary.
Whoa.
But basically, so when I think of my hometown, I think of Skyview, and I just want to let the world know like who I am and like where I came from, because I think it's important that people see that other side, because I feel like once they do, then they really understand the music.
Amazing. Have you, because that reminds me of Khalid, like similar age when he put out American Teen, and it was very much like connected to El Paso, where he's from, and those experiences. Have you like hung out with him? And because I feel like he would have some advice to give you.
I've actually never hung out with him.
You need to hang out with him.
I passed by him once, but I've never.
Well,
I've
you're in
never
the
hung out
same
with
label. Just be like, yo, Sony, make it happen, yo.
him. Yeah.
Sony.
Oh yeah. Sony.
Anyone? Okay, no, we'll make that happen. Because, you know, it's a similar story. Like, this is happening,
Yeah.
and debut album coming out before you're even legally allowed to, like, drink in your own country is pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
It's pretty crazy.
You can drink here, though, if you
I've
want
been
to.
taking advantage of that.
Yeah. I mean, slowly. We don't want to see you passed out on Oxford Street tomorrow. It's going to be bad PR.
Oh yeah.
They won't
definitely.
let you meet
Or
Khalid after
good
that.
PR.
All good PR. I mean, any PR is good PR, they
Right?
say. But with a voice like that and with songs like that, I reckon we let that speak for itself, right?
That's right.
All right. Well, you're all Dunskies, but that was pretty amazing. So let's make some
Thank
more
you.
noise
Thank
for
you
the
so much.
amazing
Thanks
AJ
for coming,
Mitchell.
guys.